Hi friends, this is Sean from the Ontario Science Centre. Today I want to teach you how to make a rover. So what's a rover? It's a device that assists in planetary exploration. On the moon, there was a lunar rover vehicle, which was an electric vehicle driven by the Apollo astronauts to explore the moon's surface. On Mars, they have rovers with robotic arms, cameras, and scientific instruments to gather information about the atmosphere, geology, environmental conditions, and to see if life may have existed on Mars in the past. Here are the materials you're going to need to create this rover. First, you're going to take your square cardboard sheet and fold it into thirds. Next, you're going to take a ruler and measure 1 centimeter from the front to here and 1.5 centimeters from the fold. Make a mark and poke a hole right through it with your sharp pencil. Your pencil is your axle, and what you're creating is the axle hole. Make sure the hole is big enough so that the pencil can rotate freely. Do the same thing on the opposite front end, and you're also going to make 2 more holes at the back for the other axle. Next, we're going to make the axle hook by straightening out a paper clip and wrapping around a pencil just like this. You want to make sure you have a little bit sticking out at the top because that's going to act as your hook. Finally, you're going to remove the axle hook from the pencil. We are now going to prepare the wheel for assembly. Mark the center of the wheel and then take your sharp pencil and poke a hole right through to the other side. Do the same thing to the other 3 wheels. And now we're ready for assembly. So you're going to take your axle and you're going to feed it through the hole at the back. Now you're going to take your axle hook and you're going to place it onto the pencil. Now this is very important. Make sure that the hook is facing the back of the rover. Finally, we're going to feed the pencil through the other end of the hole and secure the axle hook with a piece of tape, just like this. Now we are going to take the wheel that we prepared earlier, and that hole is going to fit snugly onto the pencil. All we need to do is secure it with a couple pieces of tape and do the same thing to the other side. Now for the front of the rover. Take your straw, which is lighter, and feed it through both the front axle holes. And then take your other 2 wheels and fit it onto the straw and attach it with some tape. Now I'm going to show you how to link some rubber bands. We're going to use 2 different colors to make it easier to see. The blue's on top, green's at the bottom. You're going to lift the green one up, and take your thumb, put it underneath, and secure the blue one right here. Now you're going to take your other fingers and hold on to the green rubber band and pull it through the blue rubber band hole. Pull them in opposite directions and they'll link at the center. And you've just linked rubber bands. The rover is almost complete. You may have noticed that I wrapped a rubber band around the body of the rover. That's because the sides kept opening up, rubbing against the axle and not allowing it to turn. So try that trick if that happens to you. Next, you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut 2 slits right at the very front of the rover. You don't have to cut them too deep, maybe about 0.5 centimeter. And then you're going to link the rubber band through both slits so it's held on the back. You're going to feed the rubber band link under the front axle, and then you're going to take the back of the link and you're going to attach it to our axle hook, just like that. I'm going to give it a couple of turns and just rotate the pencil towards the back of the rover. Place it on the ground, release, and your rover is ready to explore. Try filling a bin with sand or rocks or pebbles and see how well your rover travels on a different surface. So how does this work? Well, when the rubber band winds around the axle, you begin to increase its stored energy, known as potential energy. When you release the axle, that potential energy turns into the energy of motion we call kinetic energy, causing the wheels to turn, pushing the rover forward. Another key factor is friction. We want minimal friction between the axle hole and the axle so that the wheels can spin freely. However, we want to consider traction, which is a gripping force between the wheel and the surface. We want some traction because the wheel will grip the surface and cause the rover to move forward. If there was no traction, the wheel would just spin in the same spot, and this is known as a spin out. I hope you had as much fun as I did creating this rover. Try some different things like larger wheels, or even adding additional wheels. Maybe make the body sleeker and see how that affects the results. Have fun exploring with your rover. Take care.